Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. It is good to see you. If you are new to the channel, if you are a new subscriber, thank you for being here. Welcome, and thank you for your subscription. If you are returning, welcome back and good to see you. I am your friendly tarot reader for today. My name is Sophie. You can call me Starry if you want. Either way, it doesn't matter. I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. And today I am using a very serendipitous deck. So as y'all know, I swear, it's not an earthquake, although there was one last night at like 10 past 1 in the morning. Like I was just drifting off to sleep, and yeah, it was a big one, but not big enough for me to get out of bed. Yeah, so as a lot of you might know, I have quite a few decks. I think I have like 40 at this point, and I go through them chronologically. It's kind of like an OCD kind of thing of mine, so I don't pick them out like on the day. It's just like what the day it follows as. And I didn't know that today I would be using the Beautiful Creatures deck that's the one that I am to use today according to my list in chronological order. And as I love all my decks, I love this one. I love the artist, Jasmine Beckett Griffith. These little dolls, these little creatures are just so beautiful. And anyway, I needed to run an errand earlier, and I walked past Pop Mart, and I had a Labubu on the brain. But I saw this Skull Panda doll, and I just had to get one. And the Skull Panda doll, I swear, I don't know if Jasmine Beckett Griffith works with Skull Panda or what, but her name is Butterknife. I've called her Three of Swords because she has 3 swords behind her. But isn't she absolutely beautiful? She has stars. You can hardly see how beautiful the paint is on here. But she has stars in her eyes. She's super like galactic from space. She's just the most adorable, beautiful creature. Yeah, speaking of beautiful creatures, hi Risen. An earthquake. It wasn't. No, it wasn't 111. It was 106 to be precise. 106. Yeah. Well, I live in San Francisco. I've lived in the Bay Area my whole life, and earthquakes are scary. But as I was talking to a coworker of mine today, who's maybe 15, 20 years older than me, a lot of the younger people were like, yeah, I felt the earthquake. That was really big. And we were like, and him and I were like, no, that was big, but it was in 1989. Like, were you alive then? Like, because the 1989 earthquake, that was probably my earliest like memory of me, like, in my life. Roisin, I'm so sorry. I should know how to pronounce that name. Roisin Murphy. Duh. I love Roisin Murphy. I'm Irish myself and English. I'm not Scottish, but I was born in England, and my family is from England. My dad's from Ireland, so I have British citizenship and Irish citizenship. Not Scottish though, unfortunately. But your name is beautiful, and we just received a donation from Miss Wendy. Thank you so much, girl, for your donation, love. Did you see? Did you see the Skull Panda that I just showed? I got a Skull Panda doll today. I got my first one. I've been eyeing them for a little while, and I didn't realize how close they look to this Beautiful Creatures deck. And it's just very much my style. They're so beautiful. I'll show you her in a second if you haven't seen her. Oh, you saw her already, yeah. And the camera doesn't do her any justice. I mean, it does her some justice, but like, yeah, there's like little like gold paint on her lips. Like, just the way that it's painted is just very, very detailed. And I love it so much. I need to not buy 12 of them. I had my eye on one, There was only one out of 12 that I didn't want. The rest of them I was okay with. I'm like, that's a gamble I'm willing to take. I love Three of Swords. I love her. Oh my god, she's so cute. My name is Sophie. You were 5 in 89. You're 41. I'm 40. I was 3 years old when it happened. I was 89. Yeah, I was 3 years old when it happened. And it was scary. It was like my earliest memory. Yeah. Control myself. I know. I've got to control myself for sure. I can't be buying all 12 of them. They're so cute though. Oh my god. My name is Sophie. My name is Sophie Love. You can call me Sophie or Starry. Either way. But yes, my name is Sophie. Thank you so much. I'm assuming you're new here. And Miss Wendy, again, thank you for your donation. Love, please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, I had a crazy week. I just had a really crazy week, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. The saga continues with the Samuel story. Oh, girl. Okay, tell me what's up. They're sending him back here end of month. What should I brace myself for when he gets back? Oh, geez, Louise. Okay. Yeah. Yep. At the end of the month. So you'll be back from Portugal? At which time you'll be back from Portugal, right? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. What should Wendy brace herself for regarding Samuel's return? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for regarding Samuel's return? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States and her job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what should Wendy brace herself for in regards to Samuel's return to the States? Fit on here without knocking over. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen, but we're all good. Okay. I don't know the exact dates he'll be here, but there's a work emergency, so they're trying to get him that work visa ASAP. Just eating cake after a long day at work. That sounds delicious, girl. What kind of cake? Ooh. Okay, we have Queen of Cups, the Moon, the Devil reversed. I kept on seeing the Magician when I was shuffling. The Magician reversed, and Nine of Swords. Quite a few things here. Starting with this Queen of Cups, we had multiple magnitude 3s in Scotland. I remember them too, so I get the early memories. You feel for something for that big. I've obviously heard about it. I did not know that Scotland was prone to earthquakes. That's something fascinating and new. I did not know. I was talking to someone who grew up in Alaska this morning, and Yeah, he was talking about. I was like, well, you guys have them too. He's like, yeah, but because I mean, they definitely get them up there. But they're more like out in the water. They're scary all around. Anyway, so I'm seeing like very specific things here, Miss Wendy. Um, Berry chantilly from Whole Foods. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I haven't tried that. Maybe I should get a slice tonight. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, that one was a big one. It was during. It was and it was crazy because it was during the World Series. Not only was it during the World Series in San Francisco, but it was the Battle of the Bay. It was San Francisco versus Oakland. It was our boat because we had two baseball teams at the time, which is just crazy. Like, talk about timing. And I was thinking about it too earlier. Like, they normally happen. I don't know if you've noticed this, Wendy, but I find that a lot of earthquakes happen in the dead of night. But the bigger ones in history have usually occurred during the day. So what I'm seeing here, starting with this Queen of Cups, and I don't want to say this is obvious with his return, but there will likely be a rehashing of feelings. You will get the feels. I mean, and I'm not saying that you don't have any feelings for him anymore at all, but I would say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say that it feels like they're waning as time passes with his distance. Well, when he comes back into your general, like your literal general sphere of influence, your literal environment, your work, your space, the air you breathe, it's going to rehash some feelings. I felt that the way you spoke about him, um, it's the energy of someone who's healing, moving forward, someone who's not resentful, someone who's not bitter, someone who is understanding, but also like, yeah, it's like girl, I've been there. It's like you just start to get over someone, and wham, bam, they pop back into your life. And in this case, you don't have any control over it because it's not like he's coming into your life like, hey, girl, hey, this is work, you know. And then with the moon, this to me signifies confusion in his behaviors, which wouldn't surprise me. Him acting weird. When does he not act strangely? Even though he admitted to you the medical thing recently, I still feel like with the moon, there's two things here. I feel like he's going to be not cagey, but he may be a little avoidant sometimes. Not as flirtatious as the onset of your connection, which I don't think you were expecting. But it's got to be frustrating as hell either way. Then with this devil reverse right here in the center, two things. Again, there's two things here. It's like the devil being temptation, being desire, but in the devil, we know that it's not good for us. It's a temptation that's not legit. That's not serving us, at least. At the very least, it's not serving us. And I do see you, with it being in its reversed form, I don't see you, I see you maintaining boundaries. If he were to come correctly towards you, maybe things could be different. But based on all of his previous actions, that's something that, you know, I would really question. The Magician reversed card here is also telling me, and it's so weird, girl, because when I read for a certain someone who you know about a lot of people I've dated, but think about the person I dated. What would be a good way of describing them without saying their name? A recent one. Let's just put it that way. Before I went on my first date with that one person, yes, Yes, that one. I asked one question before our first date, and I got the Devil and the Magician and the Knight of Wands. And I forget what the other 2 cards were, but those 3 cards, I was like, oh damn, like that was my question specifically, was will I be attracted to him in person? And I did a reading for someone yesterday, similar question, like how will things go when I see this person in person? And we had the Devil and the Magician. I'm like, but it was paired with cards of like walking away. I think it was paired with the moon. So it's like, the Magician reversed I also see as like a rehashing of desires, but not getting, and with it being in its reverse form, it's like not getting to experience the magic, you know? And then 9 of Swords, plain and simple, the anxiety card. I'm not saying that you're going to be beset with anxiety the entire time that he's going to be there, and I don't know how long. I think you mentioned that you might not. I don't know if you even know how long he's going to be there for. I don't know the exact dates, but he'll be here for. But there's a work emergency they're trying to get. Okay, yeah, they were so vague about. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So I don't know how long he's gonna be there, but I do feel like it's. I don't want to say it's inevitable that it's gonna rehash feelings, because you're in control. You know, we have more control. We can't have more control over our emotions than we think we do. But damn if it isn't hard. And thank you for your donation, love. Damn it isn't hard to try and separate that, you know, and especially when it's not your choice, not your control. It's just he's gonna be in back at your work. Yes, I just received that. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. I don't want to say the word inevitable. I don't want to say this is inevitable, that feelings are gonna be rehashed, but it's likely. But as you said, I hope he just stays away. Like, I hope he just stays in his own lane, and when he needs to work with you and cooperate, he does so, and does so kindly. You know what I mean? How does he actually feel about seeing me again? My game plan is to just keep it friendly, but with boundaries. That's my game plan too, girl. Remember we were talking the other night? I think that's what I've settled on. I think I can do that. We left things off so weird and unresolved, so I think he'll be avoidant. And that's what, yeah. That's not my fear, but I have a fear. I have a fear of him setting too many boundaries. Like me hanging out with him and not being romantic, but feeling like I'm taking up too much of his time. So I need to talk to him about that. But we're talking again. We weren't not talking. I was keeping him in the loop, but I just told him I needed time to process things. He's patient. He's understanding. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about seeing Wendy again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. How is Samuel feeling about seeing Wendy again? Well, that's his problem. If he feels that way, you get to set your boundaries. Yeah, yeah. We're both stubborn, though. You know, we're both stubborn Aquariuses, and if he only has an emotional battery that lasts so long, then yeah, then maybe I might only last so long in terms of being his friend. We have the Tower, the Star, King of Swords, the Devil reversed, and the Hierophant reversed. I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if you guys felt very similarly regarding this. I thought I was gonna see the Nine of Swords. I thought that was gonna be. I knew there was gonna be at least one card that was gonna be the same here. Thought it was gonna be Nine of Swords. It's not. It's the Devil reversed. He's also well aware of the fact that he's very, very drawn to you, but the logistics. It's not even the logistics with him. I guess it is logistics. Yeah, he has his medical issues. He doesn't actually, you know, he lives in the States, but for work. But his home base is in Europe. And the guy has just low self-esteem in general and doubts about himself. But his feelings for you are really, really strong. But starting with the move, starting with this news, yeah, the first card, the Tower, it's very much an abruption. Came out of nowhere. It was an emergency. It's emergency based. He didn't see this coming. He was blindsided. I think as you were, as I think other people were as well. Then we have the Star card. It's interesting. We have both the Aquarius cards here, the Star and the King of Swords. And the Star is telling me that while we do have this Devil reverse card where it's like, okay, I know I have this desire and this draw towards Wendy, but there's always something that holds me back. He still has hope. He's still fantasizing about things actually being better this time, a second chance. The Star is definitely a card of healing, new beginnings, second chances. King of Swords, he's trying to stay grounded. We don't have any cups here. Don't have wands here. They're all major arcana cards. And a court card. There's not a single minor arcana card. Yeah, this King of Swords is him doing his best to stay mentally grounded, to not allow his emotions to get ahead of himself, or to get ahead of himself emotionally, I should say. And I do want some clarity with this Hierophant reverse. And we just received a donation from Miss Tiffany. Hey girl, hey, long time no see. I hope you are doing well. Let me go ahead and add you. Okay, so I just want some clarity with this Hierophant reverse, because it's usually indicative of something less traditional, a road taken that's less traditional. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your donation, love. I just added you to the list. Yeah, the Hierophant reversed. Yeah, new methods, unconventionality, rebellion. having a particularly strong will and desire to go ahead and regain control, as well as to break free from the shackles of one's conventions. So this is a lot for him to not just emotionally, for sure emotionally, it's a lot for him, but also the upheaval, the physically moving, and it's not like it's a short distance either, you know, it's across the pond. Conclusively, I think the best way of summing up both of those readings is you guys are mirroring each other a lot. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. And I'm not trying to give you false hope or anything, even with the star card, the star being the hope card. But I'm just telling you, he has hope. I do believe he has hope for something to be different this time around. We'll see. We shall see. We definitely mirror each other, and that was the problem from the beginning. Yeah, it tends to be that way, you know. And then you don't even want to be in America. I don't know how much he wants to be in America either. I think it goes back. I think I think you mentioned one time he referred living in Europe, which stands to reason. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing, love. Let me know when you know when he's coming. Yeah, thank you again. Thank you so much, love, and you're very welcome. He doesn't want to be in America. He said he can never be here permanently. Yeah. I hear him. Yeah. If I had an established life in Europe, I'd feel the same way. Miss Muffy Garner, Miss Tiffany, thank you so much for your donation, love. Did you have multiple questions, or did you want to do an in-depth reading? Got my coconut water. An in-depth reading. You got it, love. Please go ahead, and you just want a reading about your love life in general? Miss Tiffany, I want to ask about. Okay, yeah. Did you want to do the love spread, the love reading that I do, the thoughts, feelings, and intentions? I want to know what angels want me to do with my love life. Okay, so you don't want to ask about a specific person. You want me to ask your angels for advice regarding your love life at this time, correct? And what is your sign, Tiffany? Okay, love, you got it. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice she needs to hear regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice she needs to hear regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. And we just received a donation. Thank you so much for your donation, Shatiria. Thank you, love. Let me go ahead and add you here. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all messages regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all messages and advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Tiffany with any and all advice regarding her love life. Thank you. All right, love. Four of Cups reversed. Temperance. The Hermit. Knight of Wands. Three of Pentacles reversed. Four of Swords reversed. Six of Pentacles. The Emperor reversed. The High Priestess. King of Swords. The Fool. Ten of Pentacles reversed. The Empress. King of Cups reversed. And Six of Cups. Wow. I don't know if you noticed this, Tiffany, but when I do 15 card spreads, I always refer to the center card as the Crux card. Our Crux card right here is the Emperor reverse. And then right underneath we have the Empress. That happened to me last night too. I did a reading for someone. We had the Emperor and we had the Empress upright and then the Emperor reversed right next to it. Okay, love. So from the energy that I'm seeing here, just right off the bat, it looks like you are involved with somebody. But correct me if I'm wrong if you're single right now. But I'm for sure seeing a male energy, a male presence, in this spread for sure. Let's start with the first column. We have this Four of Cups reversed, Four of Swords reversed, and the Fool. Now, the Four of Cups reversed when it comes to romance. I was getting this a lot regarding a certain relationship that didn't work out for me. I'm not saying that you're in a relationship that's not going to work out, but when I was going through something that I needed to look at differently, I kept on seeing the Four of Cups reversed, and So I studied the card. I mean, I studied all the cards for years, but like really deeply for like for a few months, a couple of years ago, and it's really the way I am single, but it's complicated. Yeah, and that was the energy I was getting. Is there is a male or there's an energy, a romantic energy in your life that is likely not official or has a label. And the Four of Cups in its upright form is disappointment. The traditional artwork is someone is sitting down and their head, they're just looking at the ground at their 3 empty cups. But if they were to look up, they would see that they still have a full cup. So it's lamenting disappointments in our lives, but it's a reminder that all is not lost. And even if we feel like this is a huge loss, Spirit is, especially in its reversed form, Spirit is saying that not only is this not going to damage you in the long term, but in its reversed form, it's also a call to try and develop a new understanding of love and romance. And when I say that, I don't mean like entirely in general, like you need to switch up everything you think about romance. No way. That's not what I mean at all. I just mean it's usually more situation based. We all have boundaries. We all have desires. And in this situation, we'll call it a situationship. It's not meeting your full desires, and the only option there is to move on, which is easier said than done, or to try and see things from a different perspective. And then we have this Four of Swords reversed right underneath. We got the two fours here. Very similar energy with this Four of Swords reversed. Four of Swords upright is taking a step back. Not permanently, but especially when we're asking advice from our guides, these are advice cards. Spirit's advising that you take a step back to reflect on this situationship. I do not believe they're talking about your ideas of romance and love in general. I think it has to do with this one specific person, this one specific situation. And in its reverse form, in its upright and reverse form, it's not, Spirit's not saying, it's not an 8 of Cups situation where they're like, or 6 of Swords where they're saying you gotta go. But they are suggesting to take a step back and really consider how, this situationship will likely continue if you allow it to. But Spirit is saying, and I'll get to it in a moment, there's a lot of cards here that are saying that it won't match what you want to see. It won't meet your expectations. And if you can envision having something with this person and it not meeting all of your expectations, then that's fine. Go forth with this Fool card. Your journey is unique to you and you alone. Your angels, nobody can tell you what to do, including your angels. They can make suggestions. But the Fool is also about, it's not just about taking a journey. It's not as simple as saying walk away or walk towards. It's about exploration. And when we have it paired with these two cards, these cards of reflection, of taking into consideration the possibility of seeing a romantic connection in a different way, and seeing it and imagining it, you know, as well as you can, if that would be something that you would be comfortable with, you know, in the long term, or if it would just drag you down and lead to more dissatisfaction. We then have Temperance, Six of Pentacles, and Ten of Pentacles reversed. And again, this is where I'm not seeing Spirit saying walk away, like get away from that guy. I'm not seeing that. But I am seeing, again, this energy of like, if you haven't already, they highly recommend taking a step back, taking some time for yourself, because there's something to be reflected upon in this situation. And that would be best reflected on your own with this Hermit card, introspection, and taking a step back, Temperance. And this Six of Pentacles with this Ten of Pentacles reversed. At first I was a little confused how the Six of Pentacles fit in here, and I see it now. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. You're a very generous person, and you do have boundaries. But I feel like you've given more in this situationship than you've received. And Spirit is saying that that's likely not going to change. And I'm sounding like a broken record now, but that's really what they want you to reflect. A big thing they want you to reflect on is, would you be okay continuing this connection, this situation, if it didn't meet your Ten of Pentacles dreams? You know, you have, yeah. I've been there, love. Yeah, the Hermit, solo introspection, and then here's where we have the interesting thing. The Emperor reversed, right in the center, right underneath, and the Empress upright. That's him, or the other person, and that's you. You're upright. You're fully seated in your divine feminine energies. You're on the right path. Spirit is saying that you're not doing anything wrong. But if they could give you some advice, which they're doing right now, it would be to take a step back and really listen to your desires with this Knight of Wands, to really listen to your intuition with the High Priestess. There's a lot of inner wisdom in you right now. And that's not to say that you haven't had, that you're not a wise person in general. You are just a wise person, and you have a very strong sense of intuition. And sometimes our intuition is stronger than at other times. And right now it's really razor sharp. And the King of Cups reversed here. King of Cups is my favorite court card. The King of Cups has a lot of wisdom. We were just talking about wisdom, your inner wisdom. I think the King of Cups is just as wise as the Fool. The Fool, in my opinion, is actually a very wise man. And someone I knew back in the day told me that, and I was like, really? Like, I don't, but now I over the years, I finally see it. Absolutely, the Fool is absolutely wise. Taking those leaps of faith, listening to our intuition. But the King of Cups also has his beautiful wisdom too. The King of Cups' throne is on the ocean, and he never topples over. He never topples over. He's strong as hell. And he has the wisdom of knowing that sometimes the waters are choppy as hell. And then they return to being placid. And when we're talking about cups, we're talking about the realm of emotions. And emotionally, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's been a bit of an upheaval, or at least a development of disappointment over time. And with this King of Cups reversed, yeah, the waters will return to being placid, but it doesn't mean that everything's going to change in the situation. You'll still be seated upon your throne. You'll still have you'll still be your strong ass self. You know, you'll still have your emotional sense of balance, so long as you keep that wisdom in check. That, you know, we can't control the waters around us, and we can't. And one of the hardest things that's pretty much impossible to control are matters of the heart, matters of romance. And when those romantic waters are choppy, yeah, they can absolutely mess with our emotional equilibrium. And so I've never seen this card in this way, but in this sense, it's like Spirit is saying, it's not like Spirit is saying, choose your waters. You know, it's okay. It's okay for waters to be choppy, but not all the time. If the water's choppy all the time, you might want to move to another part of the ocean. You know, and you're a smart ass. You're a very smart woman. You're not a smart ass. You are a smart ass woman. You're very, very smart. And this Three of Pentacles reversed is telling me that there's something that's fundamentally not working collaboratively between you and this person. And again, with your sense of logic, your sense of intuition, we have this King of Swords here. And it can be very difficult to listen to our sense of logic over our heart and our emotions. But it does protect us a lot. It does protect us a lot. It's important to have boundaries so long as we don't create walls, you know. And the King of Swords is about having those healthy boundaries. You know, you have not put up walls at all. You have a very open heart. It's just so, you know, that person needs to receive your heart and your love. And if they're just taking and not showing you as much reciprocity, or the reciprocity that you need, that's definitely something to evaluate. And with the Six of Cups, Spirit is definitely advising to do your best to stay in the present moment, to do your best to not reminisce about the good times in the past, to do your best to not idealize the connection, especially in what it was in the past. To do your best to look at the situation and the individual and yourself as it is in this present moment. It's possible that people change over time. People do change over time. People do grow, but sometimes it takes years and years and years, and sometimes it doesn't manifest itself in the way that we would think it would have. So yeah, Spirit is saying there's you know, they can't tell you what to do, and they're not suggesting completely walk away, which I definitely have seen them suggest many a time to many different people. I didn't see them to say, you know, cut them out of your life, but they're definitely saying take a further step back. If you've already taken a step back, take one more step back, and maybe for a longer amount of time, until you can really, like, imagine every situation, not every situation, but as many possible outcomes as you can, to illustrate how comfortable you would be with things possibly not changing, or things not manifesting in the way that you'd want to see them. So Yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, love. They're not saying to walk away at this time, but they're definitely saying that you deserve what you want in romance. You're not asking for the sun, the moon, and the stars. You're asking for commitment, stability, companionship, consistency. Yeah, it's exhausting. It's that stuff's exhausting. It's really exhausting, and yeah, that's that Four of Swords too. Is also like it's not just like take a step back and think about this all the time. It's also take a step back and think about other things too. Get plenty of rest. Distractify with other things, other interests, work, friendships, family, to really focus on you at this time, but to also reflect at the same time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tiffany. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity, and yeah, thank you again. Shatiria, thank you for your donation, love. Did you have 2 questions, or did you want a full 10-card reading? Two questions. What's the current energy between me and JB? Okay. Let us see here. And we just received another donation from Miss Tiffany. Thank you so much, love. Let me go ahead and add you again here. Okay, what's the current energy between... do you want me to ask what the current energy is between you and JB, or do you want me to do the thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread? You got it. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria. Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What are JB's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Shateria? Seven of Swords reversed, Eight of Swords reversed, the High Priestess, Two of Wands reversed, and the World reversed. Wow, okay. Definitely see this very clearly. Okay, starting with your current energies, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. You're starting to wonder if not just if he's going to message you, but how sincere he's going to be when he does message you. Does that resonate? The Seven of Swords is a tricky card. It's my least favorite card in the deck. Seven of Swords reversed is also confession, romantic confession. It's also regret, end of playing games, dropping pretensions. I think that sounds a little more on brand with what we've been reading here. Both could apply actually. And then his general energies, we have the World reversed. In fact, we even got three of the same cards that we pulled for him the other day. The World reversed, yeah, he feels like things aren't over between the two of you. The chapter in his life that involved you there's still more that needs to be written. Yeah, he feels like there's still more between the two of you. His thoughts towards you, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Last time I saw the Eight of Swords with him, that card was upright. I remember that. I remember showing you, and we said, and I was like, he's blindsided. He was blindsided. Now in this case, with it being in its reversed form, that sense of being blindsided, it came out of nowhere, is starting to dissipate, and he's starting to let go of that. I don't want to say shock, but the surprise of seeing a message from you in his inbox. That didn't have any writing, and it was a deleted message, but it was still from you, had your name on it. And then his feelings towards you, again, I remember seeing the High Priestess. He feels intuitively that there is still something unfinished between the two of you. Then we get to his intentions. You know, the Two of Wands reversed. Two of Wands upright, I remember seeing in his other reading as well. Two of Wands being all about making a decision. This decision being, in my opinion, I think he's on the fence about reaching out. I think he really wants to, but I also feel like he's really scared. And I think I mentioned it earlier. I'm getting this energy of procrastination out of fear, like, oh, I'll do it this weekend. I'll write to her this weekend. And we can ask if I know you have another question. We can ask this question if you want, because I'm curious. But I would also be hard pressed to believe that he was not writing a rough draft, was not writing notes. Has a very, I'd say, clear idea as to what he wants to say to you. But it's been so long since he's allowed himself to be vulnerable, and he hasn't been romantically involved with anyone from what I can gather energetically in a while. So we're also, we're looking at a man who's I can see that he is interested in you. He was excited when he saw that you messaged him, but I also see a man who's very insecure in dating, and he's not secure in himself right now. Those two can often go hand in hand, especially with men. So that's not to say that he's never going to reach out to you. The future is unwritten. The future is unwritten. There are certain things that are fated, but most things in this world are based on free will. But that's not to say that we can't read that. I mean, I'm reading his energy, and his energy is definitely like, I want to reach out to her. I know I need to make this decision, but when we see in its reverse form, he's just sitting on the fence. Like he's not doing what he needs to do about it. I'm Cursey too. What do you mean? You're Corsi too? Or oh, curious? I'm not sure what you meant by that, or what I said. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I definitely see someone who is not over you, has definitely, his feelings have been reignited, and I don't think they went. I don't think they even went away, to be honest. So I think they've really been ignited, but it's that insecurity. Since we work at the same place, has to do a lot with him not messaging back. Oh, like there might be an issue with the fact that the two of you work together. Are there like rules with dating within your workplace, dating each other? Because I've definitely seen that with folks too. That could be another fear there. I think I honestly think his fears. I honestly think his biggest fear is actually rejection, which is so silly. You messaged him, but he's also in the back of his mind thinking, what if that was just a total accident? I don't think he wants to cross boundaries. Yeah, I don't think he wants to cross boundaries. But does he know what those boundaries are? Does he know what your boundaries are? Do you know what his boundaries are? That's part of that world reverse card. Is there's a lot that you guys need to talk about. It not like oh, we need to talk about, but like just because so much time has passed, things have changed in your guys' lives. You guys have grown and developed in different ways. It hasn't been too long, but I think knowing what each other's boundaries are. Oh, the work boundaries. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That's a tough one. That is a tough one, especially in this day and age. Yeah, I see that a lot. So that's possible. That's possible too. And it's not. It's often not just about like, oh, well, will I get in trouble for dating someone that I'm working with? It's like, keeping like personal and business compartmentalized. He's somebody important at work. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so if he's got a really high title or something, yeah, he likely wants to compartmentalize his work life and his personal life, but likely needs to. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. Please go ahead and post your second question. Thank you so much. Will he ever confess his true feelings? I think he. I can almost promise you he wants to. Just like with the message, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB confess his true feelings to Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings to Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings to Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings to Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings towards Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings towards Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings to Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings to Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings to Shateria? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB ever confess his true feelings to Shateria? Okay, love. Four of Cups. Knight of Wands reversed. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles reversed. And the Fool reversed. Pentacles, Pentacles, Page of Pentacles reversed. It doesn't look promising at this time. I still think he's going to message you. But that might be what we were talking about, how he wanted to say the right thing. He didn't want to say the wrong thing. I think it comes from a place of fear. And it upsets him, it disappoints him. It's not the way he wants it to be with his Four of Cups. Four of Cups is disappointment and feeling like there's nothing that one can do about it. Knight of Wands reversed. Knight of Wands upright is desire. He does have desire for you. Knight of Wands is also a man of action, a man who takes action, who communicates. And again, that's not to say that he's never going to message you, but I get the sense that the message is likely, well, which makes sense. It would make sense that it would be platonic, at least with the first message, because he really values you. He really does. This Queen of Pentacles, but it's also the Queen of Pentacles, which is also one's job as well. And it's something that he can't compromise. And if this has any chance of compromising his position, he can't take that chance. And that's where I'm seeing this Fool reverse. The Fool upright is all about taking a chance, taking that chance, taking that step forward. The Fool is actually a very wise person. They take that chance knowing that there are risks involved in almost everything that we do. When we get into our car, there's a risk that we might get into an accident. When we eat food, there's a risk that we might choke. When we, walk down the stairs, there's a chance we might fall. When we express that we have feelings for someone, there's a chance that it might not be reciprocated. There's a chance that it might compromise. In this situation, there's a chance that it might compromise his position in his work. His Page of Pentacles reversed. You don't have to tell me what he does for a living, but I get the sense that he's had to go to a lot of he's had to go through a lot of school to get where he's gotten, and not just school, but like internships, like lots of work, lots of training, very highly specified training, and that's been the predominance of his life's journey. And I think a part of him is tired of that. He does want affection. He does want love. He does want romance in his life. But as I keep on reading, I don't think he's been with someone romantically in a very long time. And yeah, a lot of schooling. Yeah, I have a feeling I know what he does for a living. And yeah, they can be those. If he is what I think he is, they can be very awkward in that dating in the dating world, because he's a very smart man. He's a very smart man. He's a very logical man, pragmatic, and those things aren't part of romance in the emotional world. But he wants to be a part of it. But he's like put that on the back burner for most of his life. He's put romance on the back burner for his career. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So it's that. Yeah, that's a hell of a career. Not saying that it's better or superior to other careers, but I'm assuming he has a doctorate. That's a journey. That's a lot of work. A lot of sleepless nights. Lots of dreams. And also a lack of familiarity with the emotional world. Yet he's still a human being with emotions and desires. He's between a rock and a hard place. That Two of Wands reversed. He wants so badly to be free. Eight of Swords reversed, to be set free, but he does feel imprisoned. We said I do think he felt blindsided, but that Eight of Swords upright that we read a couple days ago, or maybe it was yesterday, that's also imprisonment. I think he feels bound and imprisoned by his position. And with his thoughts towards you, he wants to be set free from that. You work along. Yeah. So that's what I think that Eight of Swords is more about. He feels trapped. He feels trapped in this situation, because he likes you and he works with you. He could date someone who he doesn't work with, but he hasn't found that person that he wants to. At least not recently. So it's Four of Cups. He's disappointed. Not as Three of Swords is disappointment. Four of Cups is just a feeling of like, why me? Like, why does it have to be this way? But so yeah, I hear you, and I'm seeing the scope of things now. In that context. I feel like the two of you are mirroring a lot of each other's energies, which happens a lot when people are into one another. And then the work part. So I'm not going to say that he's never going to express his feelings towards you, but as the current energies stand right now, it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. I still think he's going to message you. I do. But I do think it's going to be more of a platonic context, which again makes sense with the first message after not talking for a while. And he doesn't want to seem super duper thirsty or anything like that. He's not really secure. So we shall see. I really hope that he messages you sooner than later. And excuse me. And I hope he can set himself free from the shackles and binds of what he feels he's bound to. And there is something real there, but nurses I know, I've met at least 5 nurses who were with people of that profession. It's not uncommon. But yeah, I think it's more about compartmentalization of work and personal life too, and insecurities. I think he also has some fears and insecurities with his work. Even though he's great at what he does, he just seems like kind of a nervous person. Much love and light to you, Shatiria. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as always. I hope I brought you some clarity there. Keep me posted. Yeah, I really hope he reaches out. Miss Tiffany. Tiffany, thank you for your donation. You're so welcome. You're very welcome, Shatiria. Anytime. Miss Muffy. Will I find my lover on the dating app? What do you mean by that, sweetheart? Do you mean like your next romantic partner? Will you meet your next romantic partner on a dating app? Or is there one specific dating app? Or by lover, do you mean the person that you're involved with right now? Facebook, no, different. Okay, how do you want me to ask the question? You want me so you want me to ask, will you meet your next romantic partner on Facebook? You're moving on with your life. Congratulations, love. Yes, onwards and upwards. On to the next chapter, on to the next episode. I'm in the same place myself right now. Yeah. Like literally, like this week. Okay, you got it, hun. You got it. Facebook. I never thought about meeting people on Facebook. I used to meet people on Facebook when I used Facebook, but then I got locked out of my account like 15 years ago. But yeah, I'm sure that's a great place to meet people. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner on Facebook? 7 of Pentacles, the Moon, Queen of Wands reversed, the Fool reversed, and 9 of Wands reversed. You will meet someone. you will meet someone on Facebook, and Spirit is encouraging you to do this, to get started on moving on with your life. Seven of Pentacles is progress. Is progress. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the one. Yes, you're going to meet possibly more than one guy on there. But I don't see them being the one for you. With the moon, this is telling me that I don't want to say that there's less options on Facebook, but less folks that you would be drawn to. And we have this Queen of Wands reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Nine of Wands reversed. Now, this is very interesting, love, because we're talking about re-embarking on dating. And there's three things. This is really, really interesting. I'd say these three cards are crucial when it comes to starting dating again. Queen of Wands, you got to have determination. Sometimes it can feel like a slog. It can feel like work sometimes. I can't tell you how many dates I've been on where it's just like, and then they fall for you. And then I can't tell you how many dates I've been on where it's like, oh my God, and then they never call you again. And that's where this Nine of Wands comes in. Stamina. I used to refer to it as thick skin. You've got to have thick skin when you're embarking on dating again. I don't think I'd use that term so much as just remaining grounded, doing your best to remain grounded and not let things get ahead of you. But Spirit is definitely saying to go forth, even if the first guy or two isn't the one for you, which is often the case for a lot of people when we first start dating again after being in a connection, or even if we haven't been in a connection, it can take some time to find the right person, just like finding the right job, finding the right house, finding a friend that really connects with you. You have that bravery. You have that with this Fool here. You're not a fool. You're brave, and you're aware that with anything in life, we take a gamble of getting hurt. You know, we can't prevent ourselves from getting hurt in any situation, especially not love. There's no way of just preventing that from happening other than just not going forward at all, you know. So Spirit's saying it's not likely that you'll find the man who you're going to be with next on Facebook, but they are absolutely encouraging you to start exploring, to start looking, to start interacting with other folks romantically, just exploring your options and seeing what's out there. Yeah, Spirit really recommends that. And if it's not Facebook, another app could be better for you. Or if you don't want to use apps, another site could be better. It's because I don't get a call back sometimes. Yeah, or that happens. Yeah, we don't. I won't get a call back. Or you give them your number and they call you like 20,000 times and they end up being like really scary. Like harassing. I've had to block people, like, yeah, it's, so it can go either way. Sometimes there's some people where I wish they had never called me back. And then, yeah, there's some people where it's like, what the hell? Like, I thought everything was good and now I'm not getting a call back. Yeah, it can be, there's a lot of things that can be a bummer when it comes to dating sometimes. But there's also a lot of really exciting and awesome things too that happen as well. And that's the wisdom of the King of Cups is knowing that, yeah, there's good and bad to everything. And if we don't take that chance, take that step forward and explore, then we'll never know at all, you know. So yeah, Spirit's definitely encouraging you to begin your search. Yeah. Please go ahead and post your next question. Thank you. I'm going to concert soon. Will I have a good time? Ooh, exciting. Very cool. Let's see. Who are you seeing? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert she's going to? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert that she's going to? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert she's going to? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert she's going to? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert that she's going to? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert that she's going to? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert she's going to? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the concert that she's going to? B2K and Bow Wow. Oh wow, and it's your first concert. Oh, how cool. And you're doing the meet and greet. That's awesome, girl. That's hella cool. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the BTK concert? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany have a good time at the BTK concert? And it's your first concert. That's so exciting, girl. And yeah, the meet and greets, those are so cool. That's exciting. Okay, we have the Tower, Temperance, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Two of Pentacles. Hell yes, girl. Yeah, you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna have a wonderful time. It's gonna rock your world. I know it's not a rock. I know it's not rock music, but it's gonna rock your world. It's the Tower. That's like some serious. A lot of people are afraid of the Tower card. I'm not, especially in this context. This is good. We want this to be like a big bang, crash, boom, awesome effing time, and it will be. Be moderate. Do be moderate. Party, girl. Party on, girl. But Spirit is saying to not get too schwasty with whatever you choose to have fun with, or maybe you don't even imbibe in anything. And if that's the case, still be careful of your surroundings. As women, we just have to be. I don't know if you're going alone. Maybe you're not. You're probably going with friends. But it's always just good to be aware of our surroundings and our literal sense of balance too. You know. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. This is gonna be. I don't know if I'm assuming you paid some good money for this concert. Meet and greets aren't cheap. People want to meet their idols. They want to meet the people that inspire them. You are going alone. I went to a concert alone. I've been to many concerts alone. I went to a concert alone a couple of weeks ago. I went to see Amy Mann, and yeah, that was a message I got from Spirit too. And I listened. Like, don't get too tipsy. Like, maintain your balance. You know. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be well worth every dime, every penny you spent on this. You're going to be like, that was effing worth it. Page of Swords, you're going to legit meet them. You're going to have pictures taken with them, talk to them, and it's going to elevate your sense of joy and well-being and happiness. Your head will be above the clouds. You will not be disappointed. And I think you'll also find with this Two of Pentacles that, because people always tell me, you're so brave. I go to shows, and I go to drag shows all the time alone. I go to concerts a lot by myself. People always say, oh, you're so brave to do that. I mean, but yes, as women, you know, we are brave doing that. It is a brave thing to do. And when people tell me, the first time someone said that to me, I was kind of like, no, it's not. It's just a regular thing. But then I thought about it later, and I was like, yeah, this is a brave thing, you know? You're not going to drink. Best idea. That's the best idea. Because even with this Temperance card, she's literally pouring herself a glass of champagne. So yeah, that's and Two of Pentacles is about balance as well. Yeah, you're gonna have a great time, girl, and you're gonna leave the concert feeling amazing about the entire night. You're gonna feel amazing about yourself and your adventure. You want to go to? You've never been to a drag show, girl. You gotta go to a drag show. I don't know if they have them. I don't know where you live, but I would definitely check out your local drag clubs and calendar. They are the best shows, seriously. I don't know if you watch Drag Race or anything, but they're freaking funny. They're beautiful. They can dance. Like, they're just entertaining as hell. And I've met so many. I've met Violet Chachki. That's where I do my meet and greets, is with my drag queens. I've met Jan. I've met Aquaria. I've met Gottmik. And that's it. But yeah, no, awesome. Always an awesome time at a drag show. And I haven't been to one. Oh no, I went to one in January. Yeah, they're fun. They're crazy fun. And they're also pretty reasonably priced too. Like, ticket prices are never exorbitant, rarely exorbitant unless it's like a super big name. Meet and greet prices can be a little hefty, but that's just meet and greet. But yeah, I always say it's like the best bang for your buck entertainment wise. Hella fun. Well, thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you, and hope I brought you clarity. And I'm really excited for you embarking on this new journey, this new exploration. Yeah, spirit's right behind you, and I'm fully supportive of it too. And you're gonna love this show. It's gonna be great. Thank you so much. All right. So we are all currently caught up with donations. So the donation queue is currently open. I kind of hit the ground running when I came on earlier today. Yeah, I can answer any of your questions, with the exception of medical and or legal questions. I answer a lot of romance questions, a lot of love questions, lots of questions pertaining to career, finance, spirituality. I'm also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something you are interested in, please let me know before sending your donation, because I do need their name and their date of passing, their date of birth, and their relation to you, in order to get in touch with them. It's always an honor for me to read for you guys, just period, but especially mediumship readings. I don't take that for granted at all. So yeah, if you are interested in that, please let me know. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. Now this is a pretty, yeah, for sure, Tiffany, no problem. Yeah, the soulmate question, definitely a blend of of romance and spirituality. Excuse me. A nice blend of romance and spirituality there. And the name of the question is pretty self-explanatory. We ask your spirit guides and your angels if the person in question is indeed a soulmate of yours. If the answer is yes, they will explain why. And if the answer is no, they will explain why not. We can also always ask your spirit guides if they give their divine blessing towards the person in question, which also indicates that they are indeed soulmates of yours. They can, our spirit guides really want the very best for us, and they can be very picky. So when we do get Spirit's blessing, it's definitely a big deal. Not something to be taken lightly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Miss Tiffany, please go ahead and post your question. There she is. Will I meet my person at the concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, will Tiffany meet her next romantic partner at the BTK concert? All right, love. We have the Lovers reversed, Four of Wands reversed, Five of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Hanged Man. I do see you meeting a guy. I do. This is exactly the card I was hoping to see. This Knight of Cups. I do see you meeting a guy. I do. Usually I give the good news after, but here's the caveat. He's not the one for you. He's a guy, and you will like him, and he will like you. But with this Lover's reversed card, he's not looking for a connection right now. Four of Wands reverse, the Lovers reverse. These are both cards, and I don't know how well you know tarot, but these are both romantic unity cards. And with the Five of Swords, yeah, this is telling me that this is someone, and the Hangman, this is someone who has a different perspective and a more non-traditional, or at least his view of romance and love is not aligned with yours. And I think he doesn't want to be bound to one person. But I do think you're going to meet someone. It could result in friendship. It could result in something more, but be very, very careful, because Five of Swords is also deception as well. But if you're looking for something casual or just a distraction, and another, just someone to meet, that's the vibe I'm getting. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, girl. I'm on my dating quest. I'm on one of the many dating quests I've been on in my life. I'm in one right now. I'm on a dating quest right now, and there are so many men out there. I don't know if it's these podcasts or what, but yeah, they just feel like poly is the way to go. Ethical non-monogamy is the way to go. There's going to be a lot of lonely men in the future. There already are. Like, there's going to be so many, like, old men in nursing homes that are going to be all alone because they were, yeah, it's, I mean, I understand if someone's really, really young and they don't want to be bound too soon. I get that, but the energy that I'm getting from this guy is more, I like you and I want to hook up with you, but I have boundaries, and he either won't share those boundaries, or he'll end up telling you, like, hey, I'm poly, or I'm not, I don't do monogamy. Yeah, something that's not, I don't want to say, I don't know what you're comfortable with. I don't know, what, your boundaries are in dating. But I'm just, Spirit's saying that it's not aligned. Whatever it is, it's not aligned with what your ideas of what a connection should be. So yeah, you will meet someone, and in that, it likely won't end up being the partnership that you need. But it's also really good that you're meeting someone, because it shows that it's just proof positive. And I don't think you doubted that, but it's just proof positive. There's so many other options out there, and you're such a catch. And guys talk to you. Guys are interested in you. It's just about putting ourselves out there more, or putting yourself out there more. You're traditional. Yeah. I got that sense. Yeah, I got that sense. You're more traditional. Most women are. Most of us are. Not all of us. Not all of us. But I know a lot of women. I've known a lot of women. I've been friends with a lot of women. I've been very close to a lot of women in my life, and I think only one of them I know. I think I've only known of one who was poly. Don't know how that's working for her. Maybe, I hope it's working for her, but I've also never seen poly work. And I've talked about this with men and women who've tried it and who haven't tried it, or observed it, but it's a utopian idea. If men could have everything in this world their way, yeah, they'd want to have multiple partners. But the reality is, most women don't want that. And it's not just, oh, well, women are jealous and insecure. No, it's just most of us just want something consistent, something that we can someone who we can rely on, so, yeah. being in a romantic union shouldn't feel like a bind. You know, it should feel like a joy and a gift. He strikes me as definitely strikes me as the type who sees relationships as like being locked down, being bound. So yeah, not your style, but it's a step in the right direction. Not a step in the right direction, but it's just it's the universe saying like, hey girl, like look around you, and that's also part of the hangman too. It's like look around you more and look around in different places. Like men will approach you, like you're a catch, love, and yeah, I don't think you have to look too far or too hard. Um, so I'm really excited about you finding someone new soon. Thank you again, Miss Tiffany. Thank you so much. Much love and light to you. And hope I brought you clarity there. All right. Is he famous? I didn't see anything about fame in the reading. The energy that I got was more like you, like a fellow concert member. Like you'll just be, just like watching the show, and there will be like, a pause, like maybe like in between like the opening act and the main act, and you guys will start talking to one another. And maybe we can ask if he's famous. But I didn't get that from the reading. But I mean, it's possible that one of the guys you'll meet at the meet and greet might be interested. But the thing about that is, with famous folks dating their fans, they don't usually date their fans. They definitely hook up with them. That I've for sure heard of and known of for sure. But even putting myself in the position of someone, say like if I was famous, I would be really reticent to date someone, to date or even like, hang out. Not yeah, even hang out with a fan if I was really really famous. Like I do meet and greets, but I would be scared of them possibly, like, and I'm not saying that about you, but I think as me being a woman, I would just question like, their intentions, and then conversely, I also question the famous person's intentions. Fame is a wacky thing, love. It's a really weird thing. And I was thinking about it too. Yeah, if I was famous, like I wouldn't be paranoid, but I would almost be questioning like, who is my real friend? Like, is that friend like friends with me because they like me, or are they my friend because I'm famous? Is that person trying to court me because they really like me, or is it because I'm famous? You know what I mean? So that can be tricky, but yeah, no, it's possible. It could be another artist too. Knight of Cups definitely creative energy. Their motives, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I was thinking about that, like with people like I don't like Taylor Swift, like that are just like crazy famous. It's like, how do you know who has the right intentions, the right motives? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. So the donation queue is open. I will be on I've been on for almost 2 hours now. So I will be on for at least another 5 minutes. So if you do have a question, now is definitely the time to ask. I will not be on tomorrow. I will likely not be on Saturday. I will likely not be on Sunday. I might be on Monday, but I might be off for the next few days because I'm going to go visit my folks this weekend. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Tiffany. Thank you, and you're very welcome. And yeah, you're gonna have an awesome time, girl. I'm excited for you. And yes, I offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only, just one-on-one, me and you over Zoom. It's exactly what you're seeing here. You see the cards, you see me, hello. Or if we need to pull more cards, you won't see me, but you will hear me, and I will hear you. And you can give me all the context and backstory that you need. You also get the discretion of it not being on a live stream, so if there's something that you don't really want on a live stream on a public forum, I highly recommend that. If you're dealing with something that has multiple layers of questions, highly recommend it. I really recommend at least one private session for everyone. They're really just very insightful. And then I also offer private readings at no additional donation amount, that aren't by appointment only. Oh my god, I look like a conductor in this outfit, kind of the way that I type is. um, or Roman Polanski. Ugh, we don't like him. But very 60s dude, kind of almost Austin Powers. Anyway, yeah, so I offer 2 different types of private readings. The other one is at no additional donation amount. You just send in your donation with your question, and I can answer your question for you within 2 to 3 hours. At the very longest, 24 hours, but that's usually only if I'm like without service or like out of town without service. If I don't have service, I'm out of town. But no, never any longer than 24 hours. You usually do it within 1 to 3 hours. And yeah, I do that I read those using voice memos over private DMs over on Instagram, of which you all should go follow me over on my Instagram, of which I will post here. At Starry_Ide_Tarot. That is my Instagram. All right, so I have been on for 2 hours now, so it's that time of night. Last call tonight for any and all donations. If you have a question that you need me to answer for you, definitely do not delay. Again, I will not be on. I will likely not be on for the next few days. So if you do have a question now, I would highly recommend asking it. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you so much. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you. Last call, last call. Thank you very much. Last call tonight, last call for all donations. Thank you. Phoenix Oracle Healing. Yes, you can absolutely donate for a mini. Yes, you came in right in the nick of time. If you can send your donation in the next 3 minutes, absolutely. No problem at all, love. Thank you. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, love. Let me go ahead, add you here. Okay, and you would like to know, what is your life's purpose? Okay, that's a I don't know how deep we'll be able to get to that, which is 5 cards. But we will get as much information as we can with that. Miss Melissa, what is your sign? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is Melissa's life's purpose? You're a Scorpio, okay, hun. All right. We have Nine of Wands, Page of Swords reversed, King of Swords, King of Pentacles reversed, and the Magician. Okay. Wow. Okay. You're a very dynamic person, Melissa. I don't know you. I don't know if I've read for you before. I don't know you personally. I might not even have read for you before. But Spirit is saying, hey, let this girl know she's dynamite. She has so much potential. But they are saying that a lot of it is untapped. Yeah, you have so much strength, so much resilience, so much stamina with this Nine of Wands. You are definitely here, one of your, because we don't just have one singular life's purpose. That's why I should have explained that when I was saying it, that's a lot for 5 cards. The reason why I say that is because we don't just have one purpose on this planet. We often have many different purposes in our life. The one that they felt was the most important to enlighten you about was that you are a healer. You're meant to be a healer. Do you feel drawn to that? Or are you a healer in some type of way? Either mental health professional, or a physical health professional. But they're or like EMT or firefighter or something like that. But you're supposed to be a hero, girl. You're supposed to be a hero if you're not already. You're very, very smart. I hope you're aware of that. Most smart people are aware of the fact that they're smart, but some are aware of it, but surround themselves with so many other smart people that they end up feeling insecure and not as smart. But I hope that's not the case with you. I hope you do recognize just how intelligent you are. You do feel drawn to healing others. Yeah. They and it would fit you perfectly. I'm assuming that you have not gone to school to. And when we say life's purpose, I also didn't want to focus on career either. This could have come out in any number of ways. It could have come out in a spiritual way, a career way, a familial way, a romantic way. It could have come up in numerous different ways. But they're focusing on what they feel you should be doing with your life. And I don't know what you do for a living right now. But this Page of Swords reversed, they're saying that you have the ability to heal. Not yet. You likely still need licensing, education in order to professionally practice healing people, but not always. I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I consider myself a healer of sorts. I bring people clarity. My clients have told me I've healed them. Of course, not every single one, but I've had heartfelt letters from my beloved clients telling me yeah, very moving things about how I've helped them and healed them. And I didn't, not yet. I haven't gotten my MFT. I would like to. Um, and I am educated, but I wasn't educated in that realm. You can't go to college for tarot reading, you know. But it's my way of being able to heal in the way that I want to. I eventually want to be a therapist. Yeah, I feel you have healing. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, it bringing clarity to people is it means so much to me. Um, and especially as a reader, I see so many other readers. I love so many readers here on YouTube. I don't go on TikTok, but a lot of my friends are readers, and they're great. But I was scrolling through the live reels a couple of days ago, and I found a couple of tarot readers. I'm sure they're good people. I'm sure they're nice people, but I could tell why they had like 500 people in their chat. They worked every single reading they did was, oh, he loves you. Oh, he's going to call you. Oh, he's going to marry you. Like, yeah, people are going to keep on coming back to you. And then they're going to go away when they see that it doesn't come to fruition. Or they might just continue listening to whatever sugarcoating this person is trying to impart. And that I think is criminal. Like, not criminal, but yeah, like low-key spiritually criminal. If I were to tell you something that was just to make you feel better, that would be doing you such a huge disservice. You got to tell what you're seeing in the cards. I can't say anything else. You know what I mean? And if I see something that is likely going to be painful to hear, it hurts me to say, but I still say it. Because if I don't, then I'm doing it a service to my clients, you know? So in that vein, I feel like you have a very niche, like a very strong potential for like a very niche way of healing, and especially with this beautiful Magician card, one of my favorite cards in the deck. The Star, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician are my three favorite cards. This is telling me that it's and your username Phoenix Oracle Healing. Okay, I swear to God, like hand to God, like, and I am a godly woman. Hand on the Torah right now. I didn't register the healing thing with your username. I was just calling you Melissa. Okay, Phoenix Oracle Healing. There you go. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. So you were probably thinking, yeah, I am drawn to healing. Like, see above, it's in my name. I swear, girl, I did not notice that till now. I was just seeing you as Melissa. That's a false sense of hope. Nobody deserves that. Exactly. I'm not here to give people false senses of hope. I'm not here to be a soothsayer. Sometimes people come to me and say, "Can you just tell me anything good, like something good that's gonna happen to me?" I'm like, I can't promise that. I'm not saying that nothing good's going to happen to that person, but I can't promise that you'll only see good things. You know what I mean? I think you get me. You definitely get me. You're very intuitive and got a really sharp mind on you. Yeah, the Magician, your inner skills, and then, yeah, looking at your username. There you go. Phoenix Oracle Healing. Yeah. I'm gonna check out. Do you have do you read? Do you have like a channel that you create on, or is it just your username, or is it something that you've been thinking about? Because if you haven't started a channel, girl, I would highly recommend that you do. Because yeah, this is very I'm not saying that's the only thing that you can do to heal people. That's just one entryway. I have it. There you go. You have a degree in bio. There you go. You could be a damn doctor. But I feel like I should be doing something deeper. I want to start a channel. Yes. Okay. And you could do both. Honestly, I mean, it's a lot, but that's what Spirit's saying is you could do both, girl. You've got a lot of strength. I mean, yeah, medical school, it's a lot, or even nursing school, it's a lot. But you've already got a degree in bio. Mine was in English, like not super smart for me. I started in psych, which I should have continued with because now I'm wanting to be a therapist like 10 years later. But anyway, so you've already got a degree in bio, yes. I could see you, and this is what I want to do too. If I become a therapist, if I end up becoming a therapist, I want to incorporate tarot and oracle cards into my healing modality. I want to separate myself from people, not too much, but from other therapists. I want to have a unique modality, and I won't present it as and I just like on my channel, I don't present the cards as gospel truth. They're current energies, and they're for us to learn from. It's never too late. You can. I see it. Thank you. Yeah. No, I've definitely been thinking. It's the money thing. Honestly, that's the biggest thing here. Is the money thing. Oh wait, I didn't touch upon this King of Pentacles reverse. Last card here. Speaking of money, you don't strike me as an insecure person. You don't strike me as someone who feels limited in their abilities. It's possible you might have some feelings of, and you please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm reading this incorrectly, but some possible insecurities when it comes to seeing other people's journeys, especially more traditional ones. I feel like you could I don't want to say walk the line between a traditional healing journey and a more spiritual healing journey. I feel like you could do both, and I feel like, or you could integrate the two. You've got a lot of potential, honey. This is what we want to see. You've got it all. You've got the wands, you got the pentacles, you got the swords, you got the cups. You got all you need. You got all you need. And it's all within your divine free will. I do get insecure. That might be that because that just came to me. There, it's all within your divine free will. I don't say that. I don't know if I've ever said that phrase before. Within your divine free will. That might be a Crowley quote. But yeah, that just came to me. It's all within your divine free will. Like, yeah, like you want to start, get started. Spirit's just like, because girl, you got it going on. I do get insecure. Sometimes I compare or I doubt myself, and I try not to. It's human. It's human. I've heard a lot of people, doctors, therapists, gurus, tarot readers, you name it, talk, speak of ego death. And I do believe in ego death. It's very challenging. And yeah, I remind people a lot, your journey is unique to you and you alone, especially when we're talking about your life's purpose, the direct question that we asked. It's unique to you and you alone. Comparison, there is healthy comparison, like for instance, if I'm going to pursue my MFT, I'm getting on the horn with my friend who is an MFT, so I can figure out, what steps do I need to take to get to that bridge, and she got hers in, I think, like 2 years. It may take longer for me. It may take much shorter for me. I don't know. But that's not what I want to compare. What I want to compare is more like how, seeing someone who was successful in doing what they wanted to achieve, and how could I emulate those steps, Yeah, Spirit's a big reminder there with that message, with Spirit saying, like, they wish you didn't feel those feelings of insecurity, but at the same time, Spirit also understands. They remember what it's like to be a human. All spirits, as one client of mine said many, many moons ago, and I only saw him once. This was like 4 years ago, and I'll never forget what this one client of mine said. He asked what his spirit guides thought about some guy he was dating, and they didn't like the guy. they were like, this guy's bad. He's not good for you, babes. And my client said to me, he goes, well, who cares what they think? They're just dead people anyway. And I was like, oh boy, you shouldn't have said that. Like, I got the weirdest energy shift from my spirit guides. I've never felt them offended before, but they were just like, excuse me? Just dead people. Okay. All right. Sure. See how much we help you from here on out. Yeah. And I didn't warn him. I didn't scare him and say that, like, but I told him, like, be careful, dude. Like, don't say things like that, because they were all alive at one point. Like, they've lived full ass lives longer than you, and they're trying to help. You know? Yeah. He was a silly gilly. Silly Billy, I don't know. Hope he's doing well. But yeah, no, I was just like, be careful what you say, man. Because, yeah, no, they have a lot of wisdom. They live full ass lives. And yeah, they sometimes forget, like, yeah, I know. When I was a human, yeah, I had that ego. I would get jealous, or I would compare myself to others, or I would feel insecure. And the beauty of death is that we are free from those things. You know, with those things we are freed from. For real, the disrespect. I mean, he only came to my channel once. I'm sure he was just dabbling with tarot. You know, he seemed very young. I think he was like 20 or something, and I was just like, boy, be careful. Like, you don't need to get hardcore into spirituality or tarot. No one's pushing you in that direction, but yeah, you gotta be respectful towards your elders, and especially your past elders, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, love, you got it going on. You got it going on, and at least one part of your life's purpose. And I say, this is so funny. Yeah, it was not because I saw your. I hardly noticed your name, but I'm gonna follow you. I want you to start a channel when you're ready. You know, when you're ready. But I would love to see you start a channel. So I'm following you now. You have a subscriber. Yeah. It's. I started this 5 years ago in 2 months, and I'm so happy I did. You are so welcome. You're so welcome, Melissa. And you're new here, right? Thank you so much for your subscription, for joining. Really means a lot to me. Thank you. When I start my channel, and I will come. Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Absolutely, absolutely, girl. I'll be there. Absolutely, for sure. And if you want some tips too, you can also message me on Instagram on how I got started. YouTube has changed in 5 years, but there are some pretty solid tips that you may already know that are good in terms of building a channel, but reach out to me if you want some advice in that realm. There's no guidebook to it, but I just observed other channels and took little bits and pieces of different ways they were, not how they were reading, but how they operated their channel, and you find your own flavor, basically. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, reach out to me on Instagram, love. Thank you so much again. Yeah, and thank you so much for. I feel very very blessed that you discovered this channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yes, please do. Please do. That, which reminds me, I also have to. I have another client. She's a model. I do modeling as well, and I'm an old mom. I've been doing it for donkey's years. But I need to give her. She's very young, and I want to give her some advice on getting that started. I've been so busy. This week has been cray for me. I don't know about y'all out there, but it's been kind of hectic this week. So last call for donations, everybody. Last call. Yeah, artist life. Yeah, no, I work at most of the art schools around here. I live in San Francisco, and I do art modeling. I coordinate art modeling for the classes. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And then I also do print modeling as well. And I've never joined an agency. I just did it myself and vetted people, and that's what I really want to, like, I don't think agencies are bad at all, but there's a lot of, like, we also have a lot of agency as individuals as well. So, yeah. Last call, everybody, tonight for any and all donations. If you have a question, please let me know. And even with that too, with the modeling world, that's, I mean, I've been doing that for 15 years. That landscape's changed a lot too. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, yeah. It's been an interesting journey. It's been an interesting journey. I just turned 40 in January, and I'm definitely not doing what I went to college for, but that's okay. I think that's how it is for a lot of people too. You know, at least I noticed that, especially when I was in college, I noticed that. That we often go in different directions. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. I just looked at myself. I'm like, I kind of look like Austin Powers right now. Do you feel that? The way I tied my tie. I normally don't tie my tie like this, but it's giving me Austin Powers vibes right now. But I like it. I like this outfit. It's my little power suit, Annie Hall kind of thing. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you. Damn, I missed my friend's Kabbalah class tonight. It is. It actually is. Yeah, no, not the jacket, but the top is from the 80s. Yeah, yeah. But it looks hella 60s, doesn't it? I love it. I need to get so much. I need to get so much, and I need to get rid of so much. I'm like looking around my room. I have so many clothes. Oh my gosh, and so much that I don't wear. And then I ended up getting rid of a lot of stuff that I didn't mean to get rid of when I moved back in September. It's been a huge mess. Having a lot of clothes can be a pain, but it's also lots of fun. It's fun thrifting, going vintage shopping. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. Much love and light to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us, Melissa. I really appreciate you being here, and yeah, please come back again. I don't mean to sound like a restaurant or anything, but yes, please come back again. Just to chat, whatever. And I'll have my eye on you starting the channel, love. Much love and light, and I will see you all likely, possibly Sunday, likely Monday, if not Tuesday, but you can always send me a donation if you have a question. I do my private readings. Yeah. Bye, everybody.